there. It's Quinn with PTSD, Wild Black, and I had a really hard therapy session today. I had to be honest about my shitty behavior when my PTSD has been really high these past couple of days, and we're really getting into the reasons why I feel I need to punish myself. And so I wanted to talk about this as someone who was a past self-mutilator, and basically I've just replaced cutting with overeating and abandoning my body and not allowing it to heal um, fully by trying to do too much, since the car accident. Like, I know since the car accident concussion, I cannot wash my hair and twist it all in the same day. But then I'll be feeling good and be like, I can do this. And then it hurts. So, and I start stuttering. So it's like all that. But anyway, with a real look at why I am punishing myself, we got into this deep conversation that I'm trying to seek validation and worth from white people. My husband is white. I'm trying to get something from them that they can never give me because they can never really connect with or relate to um, the hurt I feel around racism and how systems of white supremacy um, have benefited them and held others back. They can never get it. They'll never understand it. And it's like trying to get love from someone who is emotionally unavailable. So that was a really big lesson. And at the same time, I feel I don't belong in the African American community because I'm not black enough. And in my family participated in tokenism. Um, my mom was very light skinned and I'm a dark skinned kid. So I need to own that I feel some kind of way about all that. That I'm a geek. I really love board games and anime and video games. I'm nerdy. I love astrology. I'm pagan. I don't fit in with the Bible Belt South. And I feel so afraid of when I engage other black people because I have this fear that I've got to stay within this um, pop culture Baptist, Southern Baptist mold that I really don't belong into. And so that's me being prejudiced towards other black people too. Like looking at what this curl's doing. But anyway, so yeah, there's just this balance and this feeling that I don't belong. And like talking in therapy, I realized like that touched to the core of why I am trying to destroy myself. I self-sabotage in so many ways. Like if I come up with a great idea for something, I don't follow through kind of thing. But really it came with the root of I should destroy myself, those feelings of destroying myself. And tied in so much with the self-injury, the cutting, um, because I don't belong anywhere. I feel like I don't belong. And I appreciate what my therapist was really doing and going through with me um, within any society of thinking at the level that I do and communicating the way I communicate and talking about shit that nobody wants to talk about. I'm really an outlier there. Let's just start there. Like, I opened my conversation with her the first time we met after a while. I'm like, let's talk about incest. And then the next week, let's talk about the Klan. So it's just like, the hell, I'm just like, bam, I'm here with those things because I'm always now facing and challenging how I really feel about those things. And it's a conversation that I'm having with me, but I don't know if I can safely have it with other communities. And so I'm very much so an outlier in the fact that I think of these things and I ponder and mull over these things and I want to talk about these things. Um, these are things that I think about that make everybody pretty fucking uncomfortable. Um, so yeah. And I just really connected in with the sorrow today that I didn't belong. And then I look at the ways that I've tried to hold other people accountable for me never belonging. The ways I tried to punish other people because I didn't belong, because they didn't make me belong. Or because they were people, like I think of my husband, where I feel I should belong, but I don't belong. Like that my needs as a Black woman are not expressed or validated in this marriage in so many areas. And so having conflict in the marriage, like I made a clan hat for him, and that's a whole nother video from earlier to figure that out. Um, it's just recognizing the fact that I chose to make the symbol of hatred as a form of punishment for my husband for the things that he says and does that are really careless and not sensitive or aware. The fact that I would go to that extreme to craft and create something is hurtful, and I want to say punitive, just very punishing, and trying to hold him accountable for not getting the love that I wanted to have in my upbringing, not getting the love and support that I wanted to have from my community growing up. Um, and so I'm just dealing with, though I've had a concussion and things are much more intense, it's just owning that that's cruel, that I have been cruel, that I have been punishing in the ways that I used to cut myself when somebody did something cruel or hurtful to me. And so it's just realizing that I'm not really loving me when I'm being punitive. I'm not loving the other person when I'm being punitive. I'm not speaking to that hurt and that pain, my hurt, my pain. I'm not validating my hurt, my pain, my longing to belong, to be valued, to be safe. Um, so I'm really having to own this. And it's uncomfortable. And it's okay for it to be uncomfortable. I'm grateful that it's uncomfortable because I'm glad that I can see it. I'm glad I can see it. And I hope I don't resist it. Praying that Goddess will guide me in accepting and seeing this damage that I do so that I can discontinue um, this dance and punishing. Because I can't keep punishing people for the lack of support and love for the trauma that I've endured. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's where I am today. And I'm glad I could talk to a girlfriend. I talked to a girlfriend after therapy and was able to cry out loud and just to have this part of me being seen by another person who's not my therapist, who's not my husband. Because this is a very secretive, old, longing, hurt, and pain that is within me that I don't know if it'll be validated elsewhere, that I have to be the one to start validating it. Yeah, so that's where I am, kids. Till next time. Peace.